scoreline for Carlton now reads 5 wins, 7 losses. It's not a great scoreline, but they did what they had to do last night at the MCG, Lordo, against a depleted Essendon.
They did, Damo, and the starts for the Bombers has not been good, and that's what's hurting them badly. So the Bombers, look at this, the last 3 losses that they've had, it's been 19 goals, 10 against, and they've kicked 2 goals, 5, and they're pretty good after quarter time, but it's what killed them at the start. They were flat, they were off, they were soft. I would say that's a strong word, but they were much better after that, but that's what cost them in the end.
Yep. It was a grinding win by the Blues, wasn't it? Take us through how it happened, and is it something they can take out of last night's game for the remainder of the season?
Well, I heard Jacob Wiedering during the week. He said, I know it's only training, but we've moved the ball better with a few changes under Michael Voss than we have all year, and I saw it in the first quarter, and I thought that if you've got movement further afield, it provides movement down the field. So you see Adam Sard doesn't kick many goals, Adam Sard, and everyone's asking, why can't he do more of this, Adam Sard? So that got the Blues off to a wonderful start. But you see, we've always seen the ball bombed on Mackay, who didn't play last night, and Curno's heads. Well, movement like this, you look at him, he's going that way, McGrath didn't know what to do. So that was the exciting part. We're going to talk about Sam Walsh soon. He was back, he was moving better than we've seen all year. But even this, goals like that from your big key forward, you can't plan for that, and that's where they were much, much better.
Is there an issue when you see that, Lordo, and you can see the scoreline there, and then they stop when Essendon got going?
That is a great point you make. They can't sustain it, and you can't have momentum for the whole 4 quarters, and they were able to get it back late in the quarter, and you see Zach Williams, who's important to them, gets out the back here of young Clark, who got caught up in the play. But you're spot on. For second and third quarters, they were sort of had no answer in terms of how they could score their next goal. So that is why they're sitting where they're sitting.
And their intercept work last night was good too, wasn't it? Again, Essendon is pumping the ball into a forward line that's depleted. Wright had a good game, but they stood up down back. Jack Silvani, Lordo, we'll see him here. He is having a great season. Others stood up as well.
Yeah, this is the part that's keeping Carlton's season alive. So defensively, they're pretty good. So Silvani, I agree with you. He's been their best 3 players this season from a consistency perspective. Wiedering's a star, had a poor game 2 weeks ago, but was back to his best last night. And De Koning in the ruck also. What a factor he is. He was too good for Goldstein last night.
And nothing of note is going to happen for the Blues unless Sam Walsh gets going, and he may just be about to do that.
Yeah, watched him for a number of years and thought to myself, where is that energy gone? And I know he's had a lot of injuries, and that back certainly hasn't helped.
And pre-seasons have been a problem for him. He just can't get a good one.
And the most exciting thing about it was just to see him move like this. So a week off looked to have done him the world of good. And I just love seeing a young man like that who took the footy world by storm with his run and carry. Well, it's the first time I've seen it for the majority of this year where he was back to his best for run and carry.
Another Blues midfielder we've seen in some of these highlights already, Lord, was Adam Cerra. Now, he was hit hard, as we're about to see, by Sam Durham. And as we talk here this morning on the Monday morning after the Sunday night game, the Match Review office will have a look at this. And clearly, in my eyes, Sam Durham is going to be missing multiple games of football for this act. This, to me, is precisely, in fact, it's exactly what the rule has been brought in to eliminate.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, this is as bad as anything I've seen all year. That's how you break someone's neck. So where he's lucky is that Cerra played out the game. And he's got a big bruise on his eye, Adam Cerra. So he's fortunate they didn't hit him on the top of the head and he's hit him on the side. So how many weeks do you think he gets? Because if he is off with concussion, that's 4.
If it's concussion, 4 or 5 maybe.
So what do you think now?
I still think 2 or 3.
Good,
I think the act itself and the danger component to what he did has to be sanctioned in a very heavy way. And I think also part of this review and debrief on what happened, the Carlton situation where Cerra was not checked properly, in my eyes, my opinion only, for HIA reasons until 10 minutes after the event.